Trump will nominate Amy Coney Barrett as the next Supreme Court justice. She's from the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals. She would replace the late Justice Ginsburg, who died last week. The president, again, making that announcement during a White House event Saturday afternoon, 5 p.m. You will see that live on Fox News Channel. But again, multiple sources now confirming that Amy Coney Barrett will be the president's nominee for the next Supreme Court justice seat.
Good morning to all my fellow Americans. That was from Fox News. You saw who is going to be nominated as judge for the Supreme Court. Before I start off, I want to send a salute to all my fellow American veterans and all Americans, all my fellow Americans, but veterans of the DAV, Chapter 11, which I am a member of, and veterans of all organizations, and never forget those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in order to keep our country free again, which the far left, the so-called Democrat Party, Democrat Socialist Party, wants to destroy. And they're willing to do it and determined by lying and committing fraud en masse. I mean, there's been people who have been caught committing fraud, actually caught committing fraud. Don't forget the state of Florida to vote for Maria Elvira Salazar for Congress. She'll put a stop. She'll put an end to these people trying to destroy our country. And don't forget to vote for Donald Trump for president. In all the states, vote conservative. If you want to stop what's happening to this country with the far left, vote Trump. 2020. I think it's November the 3rd. Don't forget, everybody, to go and vote. We need to vote. Our country depends on it. I mean, Trump is ahead of the game. I mean, he's doing great in the polls, but we still can't confide in that because all the fraud that's being committed. Let me see if I can find one here because I forgot to look for that even though I posted it. Let me see if I can find one because there is something here that fraud alert. Let me put this one here. I think this one is too long, but I want to try to put at least part of it. Let me see if this is. Oh,
Today,
it's with Sarah Gonzalez. She's great, but it almost lasts a little under 1 hour. I was going to say 4 hours. Little under 1 hour. So I can't afford to. It's going to take too much time. I knew there was something on it, but I just didn't remember that it was that long. Let me see if I can find something here. I should have looked it up before, but I just remember it right now. Well, on the back, and the riots are backfiring on these Antifa, Black Lives Matter. They never learn. Let me see. Well. Oh, and before I end this video, I want to show you a video on what the socialist wants to offer you. Believe me, this is gonna impact everybody who sees this video. Show you what socialism is really all about. Okay. I'm going to put this one video. I'm going to try to see if I can put two videos. Nancy Pelosi backs down after threatening Donald Trump. Let's see what this one. This is from Next News Network. The other one that I posted, the last like 33 seconds, was on Fox News. So let me put this one here. She's terrified because she knows she made a big mistake by threatening. That's why. And it's destroying her own party. Every time she opens her mouth, they destroy themselves.
This is a news alert. Terrified Nancy Pelosi backs down after previously threatening President Trump. I'm Josh Bernstein filling in for Gary Francis.
Okay,
of the
press
Nexus
the
Network.
wrong.
Now, before I get to that story, if you're new
Here
to
we
the channel,
go.
please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you never miss a story. According to the Political Insider, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi backed down on Thursday and revealed that she won't actually try and impeach
No, because she
President Donald
can't.
Trump for a
She got no
second
proof,
time to
no
block
evidence.
him from nominating someone to the Supreme Court.
And it's gonna backfire on her
Quote,
rear.
I don't think he's worth the trouble at this point. We have 40 days until the election, Pelosi told reporters when asked if she would be trying to impeach the president once again. Quote, it's no use orchestrating one thing or another when what really matters in terms of the peaceful transfer of power is that people vote, end quote. Go ahead and roll this clip.
President Trump has made past provocative statements, and you guys have been up here at the podium, said there were horrible things to say, and have gone about business. Is there anything more formal that you want to do to make your opposition to what you said yesterday known? Censure resolution, you took up a resolution after Charlottesville.
I don't think he's worth the trouble at this point. We have 40 days until the election. He is trying to discredit mail-in voting, which is hurting, as you've heard some of the Republicans say. This has been an important part of our electoral system, mail-in voting. He's discrediting that, vote by mail. And so the answer to it all, the antidote to almost every ailment that I had named is the vote. And so right now, our point is, it's no use our orchestrating one thing or another when what really matters in terms of the peaceful transfer of power is that people vote and that their vote is counted as cast. Whoever they vote for, whatever the outcome, if he gets honestly gets the majority of the electoral college and is the next president, that's the peaceful transfer, continuation of power. So this isn't, we just wondered if it's going to be Joe Biden on January 20th. I feel quite certain that it will be.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say. iwillvote.com. Go there. You can find out how to vote by mail, in person, if you register, how to register. Tell a friend.
This comes days after Lugosi hinted in an interview that impeachment was, quote, not off the table, saying, we have arrows in our quiver. She also said that Democrats can impeach President Trump, quote, on any day of the week, end quote. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, soon to be hopefully the new Speaker of the House, fired back by warning that he will introduce a motion to oust Pelosi if she dares to launch a second impeachment inquiry. As for President Trump, well, business as usual. He plans on moving forward and announcing his nominee on Saturday to fill the Supreme Court seat that was left vacant by the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Well, all I can add is this. I think, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think that Amy Coney Barrett could be a female version of John Roberts. I'm not saying that's definitely the case, and obviously I'm pretty confident she's probably very pro-life, but when she just recently voted with, I think it was for Illinois in her circuit court, to extend the lockdowns when J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, filed a lawsuit to keep them closed, she actually went along with that. So to me, that's a little worrisome. Now, here's what I would do. If President Trump currently is about 38, 39% right now of the Hispanic vote, that is really, really good, considering he got 29% of the Hispanic vote in 2016, right? Well, I think you can get another 4 or 5 or 6%, which would certainly help with all the mail-in voting fraud stuff and kind of combat that by putting Barbara Lagoa on the court instead of Amy Coney Barrett. A couple of reasons. Number one, good luck trying to attack that moving target, folks. Let's see. Cuban, refugee, came here parents escaped. She's not a refugee, born here, and her parents escaped. They were refugees. The Cuban Castro regime, and came here, made something of their lives, raised children. And she's from Florida. She's the first Cuban woman to be put on the Supreme Court of Florida. She's on the circuit courts now. I think it's the 6th Circuit Court, if I'm not mistaken. And she was also appointed previously, of course, by President Trump. But good luck trying to hit that moving target. How are they going to attack a Cuban American woman for the Supreme Court? Good luck with that one. So what I think it does is it takes the heated level of the contentious confirmation battle and it puts it way, way down. I think she'd be a heck of a lot easier to get confirmed. There'd be a lot less garbage from the left. They'd still attack her, but it wouldn't be anything like Kavanaugh, and it certainly wouldn't be anything like Amy Coney Barrett. So I think that she's a safe bet. She's also very, very conservative. And let's not forget, with this big push for socialism and communism in this country, well, I'm pretty sure she sat on mom and dad's lap and heard all the horrific stories about the Castro regime and what they were planning on doing and what they could have done and what they are doing and what they have done. So I'm pretty confident that she's very anti-communism and anti-socialism. So I really truly think she would be the best pick. If the Trump administration gets a chance to watch this, folks out there, send this to them, send it to the campaign, whatever, pick Barbara Lagoa for the Supreme Court over Amy Coney Barrett. Those are my thoughts and my opinions. What are yours? Put them down in the comments below.
Okay,
Like
I'm gonna leave it right here.
Watch.
Talking about Cuba,
I'm Josh Bernstein, filling in for Gary Franchi. If you want to learn more about me, check out the Josh Bernstein Show on YouTube. Now also streaming on Roku TV, and now also on Parler as well. And we'll see you on the next report. Thank you for watching that.
talking about Cuba, I'm gonna show you a video about the situations in Cuba, what the far left wants to impose on the American people, on you, the American people, and me, because I am also an American, born in the U.S. So, be careful what you wish for, you might get it. So you better watch this video and wake up those who embrace socialism and think it's gonna be the paradise on earth. You got it dead wrong. I'm gonna go with this last video. I wish I could have shown something about the fraud being committed. There's people that have been arrested for committing fraud. There was a whole bunch of stack of mail, and I think it was, what happened is, I don't think it was a video that I got down, even though I have one on Sarah Gonzalez. It's a video, but it's too long. But I know there was something that I posted where there was a whole bunch of postal mail with voting mail that was discarded or destroyed or something, or just thrown away, and they were mainly from Trump supporters. They were from all of them were from Trump supporters. So that gives you an idea of the amount of mass fraud that the Democrats or socialists that have taken over the Democrat Party have in mind, including in that Democrat Party terrorists, Islamic terrorists, besides socialists, communists, which are both the same thing. One sounds a little bit smoother than the other, but they're both the same. So don't let them fool you. Here, let me go with this last one. Okay, I got it over here on WhatsApp. Let me show you what the communists here wants to give you, the paradise on earth, according to them, for us. So like I always say,
We mean it.
So like I always say, Donald Trump, I always pray for you and your family, the same with Mike Pence. God bless you always, eternally, always. And God bless our country eternally, and I stand with God and Israel eternally. So God bless you all, and I'll see you soon. Remember, my name is Eduardo Rodriguez, here from the island of Puerto Rico. See you soon. Bye-bye.
La red más premiada ahora incluye Disney Plus, Hulu e ESPN Plus con planes desde $39 $45 por línea. Compra un Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus 5G por
Watch this.
Una deportista que ha ido a todos los países afuera. Y mira
I'm going to introduce here what's happening. This house belongs to what they're going to show. Well, it doesn't belong. It's that an athlete lives in the house. Look at the condition of the house. In those places which would be boarded up here in the U.S., in there, you have people living. In there, you have people living in that condition.
para comer, mucho menos para construir. Vamos.
They don't have money to construct, to fix the house. If it would be here in the United States, a place like that would be boarded up, unfit for living, for living.
Condiciones que se encuentran en las casas.
And in there, in those houses, in those type of houses, you got human beings living in there.
No, eso, para que vean.
Aquí vive una deportista, mira cómo
En esta casa vive aquí una deportista
They have an athlete living in that house.
a todos los países afuera. Y mira las condiciones que vive.
Look at that. Look at that.
No, mira,
Look at the condition.
eso es vivienda, mira, eso no hace nada. Para la vivienda.
Esa es la vivienda.
No, chica, no. Si yo tengo aquí una pila de casa, eso es porque tiene.
Look at that. No, look at that.
Viven los humildes. En la revolución de todo y para el bien de todos.
That was the paradise that
Ahí tiene.
the Cubans inherited from Fidel Castro, which they call the monster of Biran, of Biran. In Spanish would be Biran. In English would be Bahrain, pronounced Bahrain, I don't know.
No tienen condiciones para vivir en casa en una revolución de todo y para el bien de todos.
There you go. That's the home of a person. In there, a person lives
¿Cómo está?
inside there. What's this?
Hey,
You're not going to believe your eyes. And that's what the socialists like Bernie Sanders, AOC, and the squad, composed with Islamic terrorists, wants to impose upon the people of the U.S. And here in Puerto Rico too, because we're part of the U.S. Look at that.
sí. Y entonces que ella es joven fue la que se salió.
I've seen houses like that here in the island of Puerto Rico,
Vivienda de la
which have been abandoned, no longer exist, been closed down and destroyed because it's unfit for human inhabitant. Well, I leave you with this video. That was the end of it. So God bless you all. And if God permits, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.